Belmopan voters began streaming into their respective polling stations as early as 7 a.m. when the polls were opened. Between 7 and 8 a.m., a total of 579 voters had already casted their ballots. We spoke with a few voters to get a sense of their thought process going into the polling stations.
I look for someone like myself, a leader, somebody that will go out and work for us. I don't want anyone to think about themselves because at the end of the day, being mayor, being councillors for any part of Belize, we need you guys to step up and work for the community.
The election time, is one of those important times of the year where, we come out, we cast our votes to make our voices be heard and to vote in the people that we believe that will help move our area forward.
Both political camps had their machineries on the ground working, and if the numbers of political shirts on each side was a foreshadowing of how the day would end, the People's United Party would have won at the start of the elections. But the polls were still open and both slates remained confident of a victory.
I think our supporters are coming out. So far, like I said, this morning was a little bit slow, but it's starting to pick up. I think this afternoon we're going to see a majority of our supporters out. We're confident. We're just going to wait until the results are out.
When you do your homework, you're confident in the grade you're going to get. I've done my homework. I've walked as many houses as I could. I've spoken with the electorate in Belmopan. And so now it's just to get our voters out and get them to cast their votes.
The lowest number of voter turnout was between 12 and 1 p.m., but those numbers began to increase throughout the afternoon. And by 5 p.m., more than 4,000 Belmopan voters had already cast their votes.
The day, in my view, went very well. The machinery executed what it needed to do. And in our view, this victory has been sealed.
When you do your homework, you don't get scared when the teachers ask the tough questions, right? I'm like 85% confident. Yeah, that's where it is.
Burns ran on the support of former Belmopan UDP era representative John Saldivar. He was Burns' campaign manager but remained out of the spotlight throughout the course of the day. Saldivar showed up to vote half an hour before the polling stations closed.
Now I'm coming to vote. I put my X there for my team. All morning, yes, I've been working hard to make sure that things work out well. And I'm very happy with the results this far, and I'm waiting on the counting, very confident.
Polling stations closed at 6 p.m. At the end of the day, a total of 5,585 registered voters exercised their democratic right in Belmopan. Boxes from the two other polling stations began arriving at the counting station an hour later, and the counting process officially began. By 9 p.m., unofficial numbers began trickling out of the counting room. Early indications were that Cawich and his team were in the lead, much to the delight of the P.U.P supporters who were on the outside waiting. Three hours into the counting process, era representative Oscar Mira emerged to unofficially declare victory for the P.U.P in Belmopan.
Unofficially, but we have won in Belmopan. The East has won significantly, the West has won significantly. In Central, we were even. We won North. Unofficially, but in Belmopan, the People's United Party remain in City Council.
But it was not until midnight that the official counting process was over and a winner was declared in the capital city. Chris Enriquez received the most votes for the day, while most of Cawich's slate won by 500 to 1,000 votes.
The first thing we need to do is get into the city council and start doing some analysis as to what is presently in place and what has been happening over the past term.
The people have spoken. This is the electoral process. Congratulations to the winners. All right.
Do you need time to reflect on...
I need time to sleep. With that said, good night.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.